Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So it's been almost a month since I've owned this Trans Am, and I'm really getting tired of looking at these ugly wheels. So today, we're gonna do something about it. Okay, so I took off the front left tire first because this wheel has its center cap and the right front wheel does not. So I need to get this number, turn it around here, get this number off of here and see if I can order at least one replacement for that one that is missing. So the part number looks like 100371123. Not sure who makes this, but I'll try to find something similar, like a exact replacement. This is 2.5 inches in diameter. Not sure what the inside diameter is of those tabs, but we'll see if we can find something that's gonna fit. Okay, shifting gears here from the cosmetics of the car to its mechanics, let's take a closer look at the 4-barrel 800 CFM Rochester Quadrajet carburetor on this 1985 Trans Am. Now, Rochester carburetors have received a bad rap in the past as being unreliable, but I think they've stood the test of time, and they really do work well if they're maintained and tuned properly. So let's take a look at how to identify these carburetors. The first 3 or 4 numbers of any Rochester carburetor is going to indicate when it was made. A 702 is for the decade of the 1960s. A 703 is also for the 60s, but it's going to indicate air injection reactor. Now, air is an added unit that mixes fresh air into the engine, and this is common in states with stricter emission controls, such as California. A 704 is for the years 1970 through 1975, not the entire decade, because 1705, a 4-digit number, represents the years 1976 to 1979, and this is when the whole federal emission standards monster cut its teeth. A 1708 stands for the entire decade of the 1980s. The next digit in the code indicates the exact year of production, which in our case is a 5 for 1985. Next is a 2, and this means it's a federal standards 4-barrel Quadrajet. The next to last digit in the sequence is a 0, which stands for Chevrolet division. Now, in my mind, I was thinking this number should be a 6 or a 7, which were assigned to Pontiac division. But because this is a small block Chevy engine, it's within the lines of possibility that the factory, they just threw Chevrolet carburetors on all these F-body 305 V8s. And the last digit, if it's an even number, is automatic transmission. If it's an odd number, manual transmission. The bottom line of the stamp is the date/customer code. The first 3 digits indicate the day of the year the carburetor was made. So in our case, it was the 74th day of the year. The next digit indicates the specific year, and so the 5 stands for 1985. And in looking at the calendar for 1985, we find that it was a non-leap year. So the 74th day was March 15th. Finally, we have the customer code, which is going to be 2 or 3 letters, and this code will appear on a vehicle's build sheet to help determine if it's the original carburetor. Okay guys, I've decided to go ahead and rebuild this old carburetor because after attempting to adjust the fast idle speed and the curb idle speed, it just seems to be struggling to stay in one place. So yeah, I think it's time. So Summit Racing sells a rebuild kit for this particular electric choke Rochester, so I'm going to go ahead and order one, and then I'll include the rebuild in future videos.